somebody wants to kidnap me, all they need to do is just buy me food.
No, don't say those kind of things on camera. Maybe someone will try that. Okay, so here we are again. But before I could talk about anything, I think everything that I am today, we are today, I owe it to my parents. Honestly, the foundation has been so strong and it's been a household of love, compassion and appreciation more than anything. And it was an environment that we grew in, which was enriching us at every step of the way. But also, Dave, I feel like after one point of time in your life, when you are let loose into the world, for me, it happened, I think, after I got married. And it was a very high-profile society that I got married into. And at that point in time, I feel everybody needs a mentor. A mentor who actually guides you, who tells you, who sees it, even before you can foresee it, or at least knows, hey, you know what, maybe if you do it this way, and not necessarily showing you the reins as such, but like paving a certain path, don't you think so? Like, it needn't necessarily be giving you a bunch of philosophical books or just gassing you like that, but showing you a certain way. Okay, ippadi panna, you know, maybe you will get a direction in your life. I think today we have with us a mentor, a man who has redefined fitness. Most of us think fitness is basically muscles, but no. For me, the guest with us and my mentor, honestly, that's how I've looked at him. I've known him for 13 years right now. I'll go into the story of how I met him eventually. But he has been this person who's redefined fitness as more than just muscles. It's actually a discipline, a lifestyle, and it's also motivation, but most importantly, discipline and lifestyle, I feel. Here we have here with us Basu Shanker. Drum roll!
What an intro! My gosh, that was the heftiest intro.
Okay, he's always like this. He's going to be in his element today with us. That's what we want. Because for me, I think the greatest thing about Basu sir for me is he told me, eat the frog first. I was a little confused. Basu, do you remember the first time you met me? I was this really chubby kid who came out of an accident, and nobody in the world, not even the top orthopedic people at that time, I think I was 23, 24, around that time, 22. And I came to meet him because I was getting out of a horrible ankle injury thanks to you.
Always welcome. These things make you grow in life.
Oh,
See,
yes.
if not for that injury, how would you have met him? How would this have happened? You wouldn't be the person you want to be.
Right? Like, I remember one of the top orthopedic surgeons and doctors in Chennai. That's why I went for, like, you know, he was the one who treated me. He told me, you will never get pregnant because your ankle will never support your body weight. And that brought
morbid things.
Right. And then I tried yoga. And then one fine day, Doro was like, hey, you know what? I'm going to take you to meet Basu sir. You have to come and meet him. And I met him. I was like, you know, in this really oversized shirt. And then Basu sir just gave me this. I remember, na gudit sona ni gudikino. And I was like, yes, anything for that.
I just
I was like, trial and error, like, you've been doing left, right, center experiment with me. And like, even yesterday, we did this 20-second on, 40-second off thing. We did it like, you know, 18 times in like 13.3. Then we went to a 13.8, 14.3, 14.8. I'm 37 years old. And if I'm doing all of this, I owe it to that man. I really just owe it to that man. Yes.
No, really. I think apart from just you talking about what an effect or impact he has had on your life, everybody who knows you also knows that.
100%.
I, for one, you know, getting to do life by your side, I know what a profound impact he's had on you. And if you ever talk about your life in a positive way or anything, that conversation will definitely have Basu sir's name.
100%.
Because you're always, you know, giving him the credit for being that one person who turned things around for you
Yeah.
at this pivotal point in life where it was like, okay, you either get to be this person and let life decide who you are, or you take, life by its reins and decide how it should go for you.
Yeah, like I remember
And I remember these books also that you'd come back with.
Yes, so
and
that
it'd
was
be
the first thing
suggested.
Basu sir did. He gave me a Paul Check book. That's how he changed my idea of fitness. So I have played sports, but then it was never, fitness was never a part of my life. Like, through school, he asked me, when I first sat down with him, he asked me, "Yennalam sport veladi irukani?" I told Basu sir, "Na velada the sport kediyadu, cricket mattum thavara na ellame veladi irukken." He was like, "Okay, that's good enough."
Yeah.
But then you educate yourself, like, I want to know, Basu sir, when did you first realize fitness was going to be your calling?
But before we get into the show, I've been watching your shows. I met 1 p.m. meeting the other one. And I know it's diabolically the opposite here.
Yes,
And is it going to be a proper podcast, or are you going to roast me like what you do in the gym?
I never roast you.
Does
You
she roast you in the gym?
Never.
Of course she
never.
does. Of course she does. Okay.
How can you? I mean, okay, we should play a game like with all our crew and everybody. Can you guess his age? Man
my
has
God.
a son who's taller than him. Like,
yeah,
so
no, he and his son would pass off as brothers because I've met his son.
Yeah, I would be surprised if girls come
That's
and
my
give him.
brother.
This is your brother, right? Yeah, I wasn't wrong.
Arjun?
Yeah.
You should not be taking this man when you're going out at night also. You're not going to be getting those phone numbers. It's going to be him.
Oh my
Anuna,
gosh.
not me. Just saying the facts of life.
I mean, it's a pleasure being here. I mean, in the midst of two very cerebral women, I would say.
Thank you,
and she being an epitome of fitness and now being a role model for people
Right.
around her.
Right.
And what she has gone
I owe
through,
to
I
you.
know every day
Yeah.
what she's gone through. And
Yeah.
I have to credit her.
For
To
sure.
credit her. Hats off
Sure.
in front of her. I have to do this.
Now it's on record, guys. Now it's on record. Yes.
You can take a photo of this moment and,
But
keep
he
it in
always
your room
credits me.
forever.
Okay, he's just saying that chumma. Like, oditya, paniduvya? Huh? Paniduvya?
No, some workouts, I mean, I design it and say,
Yeah.
Mujhma mudichtiya.
Yeah.
Paityo.
Yeah.
You need to be a level of crazy to do that, no, Basu
Oh,
sir.
she is.
Yeah.
That part she is.
Yeah. We all can
There
agree
has to
on
be a
that part.
method with madness.
Yeah.
I saw the madness first and then I saw the method.
Right.
At 22, when you come confused, we all come from, both Dore and I are from, I won't say similar background, but same household, which is protected and enriching and all of that. But that is different because it's limelight. And it's a lot more freedom to do whatever you want at an age. Everything is there in front of you to go however you want to. But then to choose fitness, right? To set like that, like, or a standard madri. I need to level up. I think fitness saved me more than anything. And that's how it's always been like that for me. Like, and it has changed me in different phases. I never took dieting so seriously up until now. I know how much of protein I take. I know how much of sleep I get. Like, anga I might falter with my sleep, or I'll probably have like a cheese pizza, which is allowed, I'm not saying you should not enjoy life.
You should.
Yeah. But the point I am in and the way I'm training right now with my mindset is, okay, 13 years you've actually trained like an animal. Like, I remember one time I used to have a Ford I'll come driving. He put the car on neutral in the Koturpuram branch. He said, "Sir, in the car and the Terumona varikkum kallu." I was like, he was sitting there in the driver's seat and Nejma Basu sir, you've been working out for it. I want to see whether you can push it. And we did.
Yeah.
It's very unconventional, but it's not like stupid, But when did you think fitness was your calling, Basu sir? Fitness
All my life I've been an athlete. My mother was a sprinter. So you know that story. So
I didn't know that story.
That is
Tell
so
me, your
cool.
mom
my
was
mother
a sprinter.
My mother was a sprinter, and in school, track and field, I used to always do well, and one led to another. Then later on, after a point of time, I realized I was a failed athlete. I mean, of course, I did well representing the country, but at international level, I came a cropper. Then I said, this is what I wanted to. Imagine me working in an office wearing pant shirt. Today, it was a great deal. I had to wear a pant.
No way. No.
Shirt, and I had to.
That's something I can never
Impossible.
imagine.
And
Impossible for me
exercise,
too.
science, sports, conditioning, these were the things which I really liked. But before we get into this, Rev, I want to ask you this. This woman is so energetic.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
I understand she's become super fit and she
Right.
follows a diet. Of course, she's promised me to work part-time with me also.
Oh, yeah.
That's another thing.
He's been trying this for a long time now.
And she's
Right,
also
for
a
a long
fashion
time.
consultant for us.
Right.
But be honest with me. I mean, you can even tell me this after the show. Is she on something? Otherwise? Full day she's like this.
No.
Charged battery.
I wish she were on something so that battery would come down a bit, maybe, but she's not.
Honestly, Basu, so these days I'm just like by 8 o'clock, I'm like, can I get to my bed before the kids?
Yeah. No,
நேத்து ஓட விட்டதுக்கு
as the hours go by, I think, she realizes that she needs to just go back to bed.
Oh
she needs to rest, yeah.
Yeah,
But
because
her
of
energy,
you.
yeah.
Because of you and with this whole Whoop community of elite athletes that your son has roped me into. And I see that and all of them are like recovered.
17 strain, 18 strain.
Right? At 19
A set of
Yeah.
actual die-hard fitness aficionados. Gang of Pythiums.
Inspired and headed by none other than that.
Arjun.
Yeah,
Very
like,
good.
Arjun
Right.
Basu. He was like, oh, you have to be on it. But what is the flex for me is, I think apart from Neha, we both are the only 35 plus people in it. And when I can
Age is only numbers.
See,
You guys
yeah.
can compete.
Yeah. So that's another
And you
thing.
guys are like a part of the primal pattern family. So
yeah, for sure.
I wouldn't expect
I'm not
anything
a
lesser.
primal pattern is mine. Like, hello, I'm not part of the family and all. I belong. That's mine. That's how it is, because I feel like, more than having a sports background, was the strength that which I brought into my life is from.
I think that's a gas station for her. She
Hmm,
fills in every
yeah.
day
Yeah.
and
No, it
then
is
drives
true.
the day.
Yeah.
It is true. It is true. I feel like it's her. It's
Yeah.
the way she handles life.
I think that is an anchor point from which she just
Yeah.
thrives.
Yeah.
That is
When you
true.
can go there and crush it, you just know you've got your whole day under control, because it's like you're doing the impossible. You're really working on your body and you're seeing that change, and you're like, okay, fine, now I can do what it. A little bit cheeky also, I get, because I feel like, okay, it's, I just ran a 14.8 today. I get cheeky. Like after I finish running, like I look at my trainer and I'm like, yeah. And I like to go and report to him after that, and he'll be like, உண்மையிலே முடிச்சிட்டியா? உண்மையிலே அதை பண்ணி முடிச்சிட்டியா? I said, yeah, முடிச்சிட்டேன். And then he'll start.
Sometimes I would just wonder, I'll ask the trainer, Najma,
No, that's like my primal patterns is like my holy grail, my Bible, more like my worship place. That's where it is. Like I really treat it like worship place. I'm probably one of those clients who would never pick up my phone to like talk or take a call or be late or anything like that. But that's the kind of respect I give to the place. But that's what that place is given back to me.
Right.
So that's like on top of all my lists.
The school attendance register, she will clock more days than me.
Yeah. I don't ever think she's missed a day.
Yeah.
If possible, she'd even be there on a Sunday.
Yeah, but they don't work on a Sunday.
Yeah.
That's why. They don't work on a Sunday.
So yeah, so you realized it early on that you wanted to be in this field, but what was that one pivotal moment when you realized, okay, this is what I want to make a living out of?
I was an athlete,
Right.
Professional athlete, running for teams and
Right.
getting paid for it, a salary or whatever.
Right.
Then at some point you want to settle down and got married. Then I said, imagine myself doing this till 40, 50. I'm not going to run all my life.
Right.
At some point I need to retire. But then I used to work in a bank.
Right.
And imagine
difficult.
that bank, what would have happened? They would have shut down the bank. Then I said one fine day, I kept telling this to my wife, I want to quit.
Yeah.
And do what? I want to do performance coaching or strength and conditioning, personal training, whatever, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But this is what I want to do, something which is related
Yeah.
to fitness and exercise science and whatever. One fine day, I had the courage. I had some sort of a backing. Then I said, let's take the leap of faith. And I quit the job and I jumped into it fully. And from that day onwards, I don't think I ever looked back also.
Yeah.
Right.
And I don't think I ever worked one day in my life. Imagine me on a Monday morning wearing a shorts, doing squats at 9 a.m. in the morning or playing table tennis in the afternoon. I've never worked one day in my life because this is my passion. This is my profession. This is everything. This is my lifeline.
Right.
So I don't know anything else.
Right.
And I think if everyone chooses something which is their passion or which is something which is very close to your heart, I think it is game, set and match.
Yeah, that's true. You just answered like 3 of the questions that I had written already. Because, like you said, passion to profession and realizing that your passion is your profession and your life by itself. I think that's a blessing that not many of us get to realize or live out. So it's so amazing that you're doing that, because I feel like it's only because of that place that you come from that it's reaching everybody else that you touch, everybody else who are a part of your community in primal patterns and everything.
Possibly.
Yeah, I feel like that. I feel like, it comes from such an honest place. And And I'm sure early on also in your early life and entry into all of this, when you decided, okay, this is what I want to do, it would have been very rare. It would have been a very unconventional, you know,
Yeah, that's
profession
what I
to
wanted to
choose.
ask now when you were talking about it.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been something that every other person would have wanted or would have said, okay, this is what I'm going to do. So I'm sure it came with its own set of challenges.
Of course, yes.
Yeah, but you stuck to it.
No, imagine in the 90s,
Yeah.
I mean, I come from a proper Tambram background,
Right.
and you have to study, obviously.
Yeah.
You know how it is.
IIT,
And then
IAM, IIT,
IIT, IIM, and all those things. Imagine doing that. And I said I wanted to become a trainer.
Yeah.
I wanted to do exercise science.
Yeah.
Unheard of in the 90s. It's
Yeah.
unheard of. And one of my relatives, na bounce rapapriya. I said, "Illa, it's not that. It's not
Yeah.
bodybuilding. It's something else."
Yeah.
So, like how I asked about Anusha, people
Yeah.
said, they thought I was stoned or
Yeah.
something. I'm talking.
Yeah.
And in the 90s, are all unheard of. And that
Yeah.
too, coming from a very conservative background, this is something totally out of the box. And I'm sure you must have read that book by Malcolm Caldwell, Outliers.
Yeah, Outliers.
I've not
Yeah,
read that
I
book
think you
back then.
are one. No, I think you are one. It
And
takes a
back
genius.
then, I never realized that I was one. But
Yeah.
later on, somebody said, in the book, in padidani.
Yeah.
This is you. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Then, I mean, I could have worked in corporates, I could have done so many other things, but my soul would have been lost.
No, person.
Right.
Yeah.
Imagine my life without exercise or sports science or performance coaching or sports. I'd have been dead inside. I'd have
Yeah.
been dead inside, and I don't think I would have lived my life. I would have still lived.
Yeah.
But it would have been a very messy affair with regards to my psyche. I know my
Yeah.
psyche. I need to be involved in something which I'm totally focused on. And
Yeah.
I am switched on
Yeah.
Yeah.
most of the time.
Yeah.
And this is something I love.
Yeah.
Like there's so many years now, Primal Patterns is almost, it's been there for eternity now.
Yeah.
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 But even today, I just look forward to go to office.
Yeah.
I just love going to office, and that vibe, that energy you derive from that place, like how she does,
Yeah.
Yeah.
is just mind-boggling. And this, I want to do it as long as I can.
Yeah. Yeah. It's great that you had that vision and you followed it through. And I'm sure it's like still on an upward trajectory and there are many more
Absolutely.
milestones.
Always,
that
Just
are
starting.
always. Yeah, yeah. That's
Yeah.
great. You know, that's another thing that now we're talking about primal patterns and how different it is, right?
Yeah.
Let's talk about the culture in primal
Yeah.
patterns. You know, I think as I have grown with them, I've seen the brand evolve, grow, become these pioneers in strength and conditioning. That's what I would like to say. Because, like, rightly so, Primal Patterns is not a gym. It's a holistic fitness studio.
Yeah.
And I've seen Basu sir's vision come out alive with the CPR branch, or be it the Nungambakam branch, or be it the Besanaga branch. And when we started out in Tirvanmur, that's where I started too,
know.
along with you, you
My
know.
God, I'll never forget that
Yeah, yeah, that branch is where we started, and
place. Sivagamipuram.
yeah, right, like with like just a handful of coaches, or now,
7 of us.
yeah, like now you have so many youngsters working for
Yeah.
you. So I want to dwell into the culture of that. First and foremost, it's not any, I will never call it a gym. It's not a gym. It is a holistic fitness studio. It is completely different because first and foremost, Basu sir, I want you to educate our listeners about packing your workout in that 1 hour. And what is the whole idea behind it? Like, I remember once you telling me, nee and the 300 calories in the 1 hour ni burn pannirukano. That's when you're getting your whole workout out of it, like where your goals are, you're heading towards your goals. Like, I want you to educate our trainers, our listeners, about how there are people who go to the gym and spend like 2 hours there. Like, you know, they say, oh, I was in the gym for a couple of hours, I spent, but the whole idea behind that 1 hour workout, like, I want you to like tell us a little bit more about that. Like,
Well, very simply put, apart from your warm-up and cool
Yeah.
down, even the best of athletes don't train more than an hour in the gym.
yeah,
I mean, let's say that even if you do 20 odd sets or 24 odd
Yeah.
sets, it's only going to take an hour.
Yeah.
If it is weight training.
yeah,
If it is sort of a metabolic conditioning or
Mm.
something, you can't do it for an hour.
yeah,
I mean,
Yeah.
you'll be
Yeah.
a lot more tired much
Yeah.
before that.
Yeah.
So, and also after a point, the body starts releasing stress hormones, cortisol.
Yeah.
And instead of you benefiting out of the workout, it is going to be counterproductive.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
it is very important you eat the right dish in the gym.
Hmm.
I mean, you just just volume and quantity is not going to help you.
Yeah.
The quality is the most important thing.
100%.
I
Yes.
always espouse this particular principle of 23-1. 1 hour in the gym, the next 23 hours, what you do in life is most important.
Yes.
You train 1 hour in the gym, and let's say that you indulge in some sort of a range of spirits, I would say,
Yeah.
and then you indulge in all sorts of unhealthy food, not going to have an effect.
Yeah.
So
sure.
I think this 1:23 principle works like magic. And more than anything, I've over a period of time, I think I would say we are pretty smart in educating people on the circadian rhythm also.
Yes.
Getting you gadgets and you focusing it on yourself, and these apps don't lie.
Yeah.
And over a period of time, it tells you a story, and you know that it's working on you. And once you start seeing results in your body,
Nothing like it.
Everybody becomes a slave to the system.
100%.
So you need to get into the system.
Yeah,
So that's what we do tactfully.
Yeah.
I don't force people to do anything.
Yeah,
But what I do
that,
is I try to give them information.
Yeah.
I educate them.
Yeah.
And they say, you're an adult.
Yeah.
You're an informed consent. We put our disclaimers.
Yeah.
And then I give them a few things to read about and experience. And then things will fall in place. But still, there are people who fall out of this. But invariably, when you want to make the change, I think nobody can stop you.
Yeah, it comes from within, right?
But you don't need to tie yourself in a knot by doing 18,000. Oh, nalike diet, nalike exercise, nalike tukam. You can't do so many things. Start with one thing. If you want to start with workout, start doing it properly. Build that habit.
Yeah.
Then probably next diet will follow.
Yeah.
Or supplements will follow. Or sleep pattern will follow. One after another. But you need to pick up one thing first.
Yeah.
And for that, I think we foster a good atmosphere for you.
Of course, yes,
That vibe is very important.
Yeah.
That culture is very important. And when you talk about culture, I always had this feeling I grew up in a conservative South Indian family. But what I understood is over a period of time, as I was growing up, I understood that patronizing your kids or even your friends or even your relatives is not going to help.
Yeah.
And that backseat driving, it's huge here in this part of the world. People don't allow you to breathe. They make all the decisions for yourself.
Yes.
So what we do at Primal is we take youngsters.
Yeah.
That's why I was going to go. It's not the subject alone.
Yeah.
It can be public speaking. It can be communication or email writing or watching movies.
Yeah.
Listening to music. It encompasses everything.
Yeah, because I remember Pyramid Patterns is not just like your equipments or anything. You have these huge movie posters, and every coach would actually know some of the classics because that's not that they might come in like a clean slate. That's why I've seen them all because I've been with them. I've seen them grow. And Basu has this lovely way of pairing up your coach with each other where you know that chemistry is going to work. And I've seen these individuals, these 25-year-olds, 20 to 25-year-old young people who are very impressionable, and they learn about music. They learn about classics, and you won't believe, like my coach, okay, he'll tell me, oh, I want to listen to Hotel California while working. I'm like, the hell, man, get out of here. I want to listen to some Kanye West right now. I really need to listen to some hardcore, motivating songs. He's like, idella Basu sir playlist theriyuma. And I'll be like, no, I have to run for my life. But to know that, they know music and movies and books, which were probably made and created much ahead of their time,
Right.
I think that's very important. You make sure and I think to impact a whole generation of people like that, and all the coaches in Primal are like that. They come a clean slate, they become these individuals, adults, because இங்க நம்ம ஊர்ல தான் adultsன்றது ஒரு 35க்கு மேல. Abroadலாம் போனா நீ 16 மேலே நீ adult தான். But you can see that how Basu enables them, those individuals to become their own adults, their own, and also how you not just, I know you have to educate yourself, you had to keep doing it. Now I'm sure you're at a plane where you will probably know most of it, almost everything about fitness and strength and training and human body and muscles. But I love how you actually make your coaches also, they all have exams too. Right?
Exams, regularly.
They all have surprise tests.
Yeah.
It might not be Basu sir directly training you, but they are bits and pieces of Basu sir.
Yeah.
They
I think
all have
of that comes together, right?
Yeah,
when you speak of Primal Patterns and, headed by him. I think it's all those pieces that put together this beautiful puzzle, because I have not had the chance to interact with people from Primal Patterns as you have,
Yeah.
or mom or anybody, but I've always seen you guys all come back from gym and have, these amazing stories about people, like even the way they interact with you or how they train you.
But they're also our marketing agents.
I'm sure I am, Basu sir, because I like
She's
to it's my
shouting it out
Bible.
from the
marketing
rooftop.
head.
She's shouting it out from the rooftop
Yeah,
all the
like
time.
because I believe in the program. I've seen the change that has happened to me. You're talking to a person who goes to bed at who used to go to bed at 4 a.m., eat dinner by like 3 a.m., and friends are playing PS, or like we all sit around and play poker, or we're catching movies, or randomly deciding to travel. But my life has changed in phases. Like I remember 8 years into my training, Basus are telling me, you need to pick a sport, or else you're going to get bored of training, and start training for that sport. He has, whether he knew it or did it intentionally or not, he has definitely made my life better.
Right.
The person I am, the principles I live by, the books I read, and the exposure. Obviously, I've picked up my own traits and become my own person. But then, like what he's done for his young coaches, his trainers in the gym, he's done for me. And I have let him do that, because you need to be meeting him halfway through too.
Yeah,
like
that's what I was talking about.
Yeah.
So, the little interaction that I've had with people from Primal Patterns, they all have come across as such enterprising people. I might have just spoken to them once or twice, or like on few occasions, but they all kind of embody this energy, this aura, which is so effervescent, and they all, as individuals, they seem so interesting, and they all represent your brand so well. And I have always noticed that they are all youngsters, and they all are very energetic, highly charged, and so knowledgeable and so enterprising. So how do you pick people like that? And how do you say, okay, you know what, let's build this family, and I trust you to represent my brand. I trust you to represent me. How does that happen? Because all of you all should be cohesive, and you all should get along together, and you should gel together on some sense, right?
Exactly.
So how do you do that?
I don't have a magic formula or anything, but I definitely pick only freshers.
Right.
By and large, I would say, not by and large, 100%. Only
yeah,
freshers.
yeah.
Right.
So it's very, I would like to use that old adage. It's very difficult to teach an old dog a new trick.
Yeah.
Very difficult.
Yeah.
Freshers, fresh minds, fresh slate. And the line I used to tell some of my interns is, I'm a good artist.
Yeah.
I paint well.
Yeah.
But don't keep shaking my hand.
Yeah.
So I leave it in the table, and who decides? Education was based on, I've read a few things during Industrial Revolution. So the factories used to start at 8 o'clock. So they used to drop the kids at 7:30, and they used to come back at 4, and the kids are there from school already. So they read about 4 to 5 subjects. So they're ready to do the same work again and again.
Yeah.
My question is, who decides that these 4 subjects are going to help you?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, why not study 40 odd subjects?
Yeah.
So that's why I leave it on the table. And 3 things I've understood with millennials and Gen Z is, you don't force them.
Yeah.
You just let them be.
Yeah.
Let them be, and allow them to breathe. And one thing I can proudly say at Primal is, there is zero bullying and gossiping.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Zero bullying. And I don't think in my entire career I've shouted at anyone.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't react at all.
Okay.
So it's a waste of time.
Yeah.
Reacting is a sign of immaturity. All the time. Some people just throw a fit for everything. That's a sign of immaturity. You will grow up eventually.
Yeah.
And I don't have it in me to react to youngsters. So what I do is I leave it on the table, whether it's music. You have a library.
Right.
So I encourage them to read. In
Yeah.
this age and time with YouTube, very, very, very few people read.
Read.
So I encourage them to read. And I tell them only one thing: be yourself here.
Yeah.
And come to this gym and own the gym.
Right.
It is not my gym. It is your gym.
Right.
Own the office. Own the place. And you want to sleep for 1 hour, go sleep.
Yeah.
No worries. There's no timing. You want to go home, only for the interns we have time. Otherwise,
Right.
professionals, everybody's got a key. They come, they work. They want to go, they go.
Right.
So we don't meddle with that at all. And I feel this autonomous sort of approach works for them. And if you sort of restrict people, it doesn't work.
Right.
And on top of that, I encourage them to play sport.
Right.
Music, movies. We have a theater in the gym. We have a library in the gym.
Right.
We have a nice couch. People play chess.
Yeah.
Wow.
So this multicultural, multi-dimensional approach really works. And people from all cultures come and join here. And by and large, when I pick a person, 3 things I look for is, are they coming from a decent background?
Yeah.
When I say decent background, it's mainly schooling.
Yeah.
So it is easy for me to educate them.
Yeah.
If they come from a very distinctly different background, then it's very difficult for me to coach them.
Yeah.
So somebody who's sort of aligned with us is easy.
Right.
In terms of ideology,
Right.
culture, life philosophies or whatever.
Mhm.
So that is the first thing I look. I really don't care whether you have 2 degrees or 10 degrees. I really don't
Yeah.
care. And whether they are able to communicate without fear.
Right.
Most of the, at least I would say, in people from the southern part, they have this fear of human beings still.
Yeah.
When I see a senior person or a person who's economically sounder than
Yeah.
them, they
Yeah.
have this sort of a complex.
Yeah.
I tell them, nee va, nee ishthathukku iru,
Yeah.
but be yourself.
Yeah.
But only thing you can't do here at Primal is, you can't bully others.
Yeah.
Everybody, you need to respect everyone's space.
Yeah.
And on top of that, the patronizing வந்து இந்தியாவில் எல்லாருக்கும் பிடிக்கும்.
Yeah.
நான் வா, நான் வந்து உன் அக்கா மாதிரி பார்த்துக்கிறேன், அண்ணன் மாதிரி பார்த்துக்கிறேன். அது மட்டும் அது வேணாம், அது வேணாம். That is absolute. I don't agree with that at all. You become a professional.
Yeah.
And come out of this employee mindset and try to become a professional in 2 years' time.
Right.
That is a huge paradigm shift.
Yeah.
For an employee, he wants Saturday, Sunday off, or Diwali leave, New Year leave.
Yeah.
A professional doesn't think like that.
Yeah.
He wants
Yeah.
to get better at its, I would say, art or
Yeah.
craft or whatever.
Yeah.
So the transition for you being a student or employee from there to become a professional takes about 2 years' time.
Yeah.
And it is not about expertise. It is about understanding so many other
yeah,
things.
yeah.
So many other things. You should be able to communicate well.
Yeah.
You should talk with clarity. You should
Yeah.
write with clarity.
Right.
Mails.
Yeah.
And you should be able to express your thoughts without any ambiguity.
Yeah.
That is very, very important. These
Yeah.
are all things, unfortunately, not taught in school.
Yeah.
So they
That's
need
true.
to learn it in workspace. And if it is done by force, it doesn't work.
Right.
It doesn't work. So they need to develop a lot of skills. When I say a lot of skills, writing an email is a skill.
Yeah.
Acquiring a new playlist and understanding
Yeah.
music is another skill. Nothing wrong in learning the latest trends, another
Yeah.
skill.
Yeah.
So we try to develop a lot of skills. அப்புறம் நிறைய பேர் கேட்பாங்க, ஃபிட்னஸ் ஒன்றும் சொல்லி தர மாட்டீங்களா? That is incidental. It will happen
Yeah.
organically. I tell
Yeah.
people, you try to become a lot more skillful
Yeah.
in dealing with people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need to have your IQ,
Yeah.
but also equally important is your EQ.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Yeah.
you need to understand human beings.
Yeah.
You need to know how to connect with them. And if you're going to be scared and if you're going to be in a shell all the time, and if the atmosphere at Primal is something, I would say, dictatorial,
Yeah.
then it's not going to help. So
Yeah.
it's very, very friendly. I know for a fact that at 11 o'clock when I come, there's a young employee. First thing she comes to me and says, Basu, before you start work, play a game of chess with me. So just join.
Yeah.
And she's not one bit scared of anyone.
Yeah.
And most of them are like that.
Yeah.
Some of them are inherently, I think they come from a background, they are overtly respectful.
Yeah.
So first thing I tell them is, no sir, no madam.
I was about
Yeah.
to get to that. So people who are of your stature, right? You've been in former Indian cricket teams, strength and conditioning coach. You're the RCB strength and conditioning coach. You've literally changed the face of fitness. Okay. For someone like you, you'd expect people who are like 22 to 25 to anybody. That's the culture here, you know. ஒரு மரியாதை இல்லாம அந்த பையன் வந்து பேசிட்டான். Like, you know, doesn't know how to talk. But in Primal, I call Basu sir because I met him Basu sir and he'll always be Basu sir for me. I can never, even when the coaches talk to me, Basu wanted to talk to you. I said, yeah, I'll go meet Basu sir. Everybody calls him Basu. I have never seen one person call him Basu sir. From where does that come, Basu? That kind of one, hey guys, you know what? You can put your hand around my shoulder. I'm going to be like, you know, teaching you the ropes of it. I don't know. What is the whole idea behind that? Like, nobody calls you Basu sir.
If you notice, most of the, I mean, India was as a colony, you know that.
Yeah.
We have moved from colonization, but it's still there in some of the heads.
Yeah.
And I think that subliminal thinking
Yeah.
and subservient thinking sort of is laced around yourself. You need to step out of it. And when you say sir, dear madam,
Yeah.
it is coming from the colonization.
Yeah. Yeah.
First, you have to get out of it.
Yeah.
And since patronizing is our second nature in our families, for you to get out of it, even at the age of 20, your parents will make decisions for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, in the
100%. Yeah.
in the color, mudi
Yeah.
vettigo.
Yeah.
So Don't patronize. That's why I said don't patronize. You do whatever you want.
Yeah.
You make your mistakes and I'll back you.
Okay.
That's the only way you can learn.
Nice.
And subliminal thinking is invariably, if you don't think independently, you will be influenced by somebody.
Yeah.
So I tell people you have to become independent in your thinking.
Yeah.
You have to be a maverick thinker.
Yeah.
So all this is a process, and it doesn't happen in a jiff.
overnight.
Yeah.
It takes about 2 to 3 years, and for them to start thinking on their own, அப்ப எல்லாத்துக்கும் நான் தான் ரெஸ்பான்சிபிள். ஆமா, I get it. In life, whatever happens, you're responsible for everything, own everything,
Yeah.
and make all your decisions on your own. Make mistakes. Don't be scared to make mistakes.
Yeah.
Till 30, 35, make mistakes. Make mistakes. நீ மிஸ்டேக்கே பண்ணாமோ வேலை வரவே முடியாது. I mean, Harsha Bogle once, I think, Naim or somewhere, he gave a nice talk. He said, in a lot of corporates, they don't pick the guys who finish talk because they're not used to losing.
Yeah. Makes sense. Yeah.
They are not used to coming second. The reason why I send my children, Arjun or Shruti, into sports, and sports teaches you life.
Yeah.
Every
It
week
does.
you go, you get kicked,
Yeah.
and again Monday morning you try again the same thing.
Yeah.
Again next Saturday you try playing a tournament. If you get kicked, again Monday morning you wake up and try the same thing until you succeed.
Yeah.
That relentlessness comes from there. And this sort of different types of education, it need not be just maths, physics, chemistry. It can be so many. It can be astronomy, it can be astrology, so many, whatever you want. Please be my guest and do whatever you want. And if whole day you want to sit in the library and read also, it's fine.
Yeah.
But start becoming independent.
Yeah.
Start connecting with people. I think if these two things happen, every other things will fall in place. Concomitantly, all the education organically happens there.
Yeah.
Because the vibe is like that. And if it is done by force, I don't think it will happen.
Yeah. 100%.
I'm slowly starting to see why Anusha keeps, hyping you up so much. We're not even halfway through the conversation, but I can totally see why she's,
Right? Imagine
so
to be imbibed all these thoughts. So till 21, 22, you're protected, you're a child, and you're at home, and then your mom doesn't talk to you because you decided you're going to get married at 21. She's like, what are you saying?
You got married at 21?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and she got married at 30. In 19, she was born in 1958. She was like, it was such a social taboo that I got married at 30.
While at that note, I definitely need to have a chat with your mother.
Chuma, mummy, you can meet him later.
I have a few things to tell.
I don't even know what he's talking about. Right?
Face change.
Yeah.
கால் நடுக்குற
Suddenly,
மாதிரி.
getting
No.
veins and updates.
No, shut the
So thank you for bringing up cricket, because I feel like we cannot have a conversation with Basu sir or talk about him without including cricket, because for India, cricket is not just a sport, it's an emotion. I feel like so many people pride themselves, by being Indian, just for the fact that, they look up to cricket as an emotion. And you have been such a cornerstone in the Indian cricket team and now RCB. So how do you see, how has it felt? How has it been, being the pillar of strength and support for these men who really bring us pride to this nation? And now even RCB, because I have a story to tell.
Yeah.
After you answer this question, I have a story to tell. But how does it feel?
Cricket நிறைய பேசிட்டேன், but okay, I'll keep it short. I think everything fell in place. I mean, I've been in that field for so long, and it so happened during Ravi Shastri and Virat Kohli's reign, I was part of the team, and I was very lucky to have these two gentlemen there. One is, you can have your talent and you can have your vision, mission, whatever, but then you need people to support it. These two gentlemen supported all that, and I didn't want to change anything. I mean, நிறைய பேர் நான் வந்து எப்படி மாத்துறேன் அப்படி மாத்துறேன், நான் ஒன்றும் பெருசாக அந்த மாற்றணும்னு ட்ரை பண்ணல. But I've been an athlete all my life, so I wanted to bring only one thing. So cricket is a sport which is primarily skill. At least it was back then. So if your physical sort of prowess gets better, I think that sport on its own will just catapult to new heights. That was something which I knew for sure. So I had a platform to do that, and that was my biggest platform. And I said, why not give it a good shot? And I had a good time for that. And these two gentlemen said, do whatever you want. And by the time I reached that point, I was also well experienced. I've done my fair share of mistakes, and I've understood the nuances of my craft. And then my people connect was also decent. And one led to another, and slowly, just like how we did in the gym, we introduced DEXA scan and all these small tests, and people just took to it like fish to water.
Right.
And once that happens, like, you can't force anyone. Like, when it comes to a fitness schedule, you cannot force someone, but you can create an atmosphere to do that. So again, that's what we did there. And then, Mr. Kohli, he took it to another level.
Yeah.
And when somebody in a test match on the 5th day shows so much energy, everybody will follow. Everybody wanted to be like him. The whole
That's
country
another
wanted
thing
to be
I
like
want
him.
to ask you there, Basu sir. So when he made the headlines, right, he was a vegetarian. So I want you to educate our listeners how it's okay to be a vegetarian and still you change the game of strength and conditioning and fitness. I'm a vegetarian.
Put it this way, the human body does not know you're a vegetarian or non-vegetarian. It only knows proteins, macros and micros. Okay. If you understand your macros and what suits you, let's not get into the debate of vegetarian and non-vegetarian. So what does an athlete do? They train well.
Yeah.
They eat well. They sleep well.
Yeah.
They repeat.
Yeah.
And over a period of time, like for you, for example, now you know exactly what suits your body.
100%.
I don't think you need to see an expert. You know exactly, okay, do this. I know that this is going to happen. You've done it for so many years now. Only till that point, you need to be worried about your meal plans.
Yeah.
But once you're well aware of it, I think it's only tweaking from there. Here and there, you can have a conversation.
That's literally what I'm doing right now. I was like, okay, 13 years I've been training. I've been doing it all right. And I train like a mad person in the gym. Okay, why not I tweak my diet to the T right now and get my rest to the T? And that's how I've seen changes in like 6 months to 8 months. But what people see is that 6 months change. They forget the huge iceberg that's beneath the water. I've been training for 13 odd years with Basu sir, literally listening to everything that he says, sleeping right, giving up all my vices like bad habits or partying. Now I cannot. If someone asks me to come out on a Wednesday night, I'm like, dude, no way. I have to go play. I just finished playing tennis. Or someone asks me to come out on a Wednesday night. I'm like, I have tennis 7:30 to 8:30. Then I have to go eat. Then I have to go sleep. And who is responsible for all of that? And he is responsible for all of that. He literally...
She talks like an athlete, man. She talks like an athlete in the morning, in the interval training, in the gym.
And who's who? I thank you. I think
she's become one of us.
Yeah.
Like the white walker. She's become one of the white walker. Right.
In all the versions of me, I think this version of me is what I love the best.
Yes,
that's amazing.
Because
that's such an amazing thing to say.
Yeah, because when life threw all kinds of challenges at me, like even when we had to face like a nationwide political thing, and then now with my personal life going tits up, overnight, and then the one place I wanted to come, even when I was like struggling so much, was the gym. And thank God, Basu sir's gym opens up at 6 a.m. There are enough number of crazies around us. So I remember, I'll be like, okay, 5:30, I'm coming to the gym. I'll be like, yeah, I'll be there and we'll finish working out. Because at that point in time, 2 years ago, I didn't have the strength in me to talk to anyone or even say a good morning to anyone. But then you have been there through it all. Might not be my 1 a.m. friend, but that morning friend to tell me, like, I remember one time when I was training, when in this past 2 years, he's like, are you sleeping enough? I don't want you to lose muscle. Are you doing that? He never told me, yedhukku gym vara. He never told me that. He was like, okay, coming here is fixing you. Let's plan a workout. So more than motivation, it became a way of life, a discipline. You've always said that. Fitness is a discipline.
Absolutely.
Like, can you explain a little bit more on that
It's
first?
like a lifestyle change. Like Samat's son of him, I met him. My God, he was playing soccer. Now he wants to do track and field. He wants to do so much.
Yeah.
I think.
And he.
And Mother Anusha.
You're his idol,
Is she
Basu
pushing
sir.
him?
Not at all. Basu
not
sir,
at all.
For him, when RCB won, a little story.
Yes. I heard that story.
Yes, right? So when RCB won, everybody probably watched the cup ceremony because Virat was doing it after 18 years. Our friend who was in Dubai, she's married from Bangalore, she settled in Dubai. She started watching it as a college student or a school student. When RCB won, she said, I cried, Anusha.
Yeah.
I cried. I was like, finally.
It's a personal win.
It was like a personal, it's an emotion. But my son.
So more than anything, it was a relief for us.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Like my son, he was like, Amma, are you not going to watch the cup ceremony? I said, "Idukada thookam varudhu." I said, "Basu sir, kappa thookam
Yeah.
ma. Like,
Yeah,
come,
he
you
was
have
so
to watch it."
excited for the
More than-
final.
I remember the RCB team coming and training in Primal a couple of times when they were here in Chennai. I said, "They Virat Pakapolama Vari." I said, "Basu sir irpara.
Yeah.
I want to go see him."
You're
Like, you
the
know.
superhero for
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
He literally
So-
supported
இல்ல
RCB.
ரொம்ப I mean சமத்தேஸ்
Right?
ஐயோ
And see what an impact it creates now, Basu. So you have a parent who has fallen into that paithyam and like, you know, trains and prioritizes,
Yeah,
right?
proper.
And my son, he came and told me, listen, you've put me, he chose to go to athletics. So the boy is in school till 3:30. Compulsory after school program till 4:30. On Mondays and Wednesdays, he goes and plays football at 5. And I told him, "Hey, why don't you give up something?" I said, no. I want to go and do everything. Not one thing I forced on him, Bas. I just told him play a sport. And I wanted
Yeah.
to pick athletics. He said, I want to meet Basu sir. I said,
Yeah.
"Edukada?" And then I was like, I did not win in my 100-meter dash. I want to know what I can do better.
Yeah.
An 8-year-old,
That's
you know,
true.
the impact
இல்ல இம்பாக்ட்
that you have, that
there's a
sports
cascading
has.
effect
Yeah.
ஒரு
Yeah.
parent change ஆனா
Yeah.
corresponding
Yeah.
whole generation changes
That
Yeah.
is true. That is
So
true.
I think all that is like a discipline. It's a lifestyle. It's not just
Yeah.
motivation or muscles. But
Yeah. That's
yeah, your friends had a
So
bunch of questions
yeah,
for
so
Basu sir.
I mean, I don't. I'm sure
பயங்கரமா
there's so much.
பேசிட்டோம்
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not an expert in the field of fitness, or I don't come to the gym. I'm a yoga chick and all of that. So, but when I knew
He
that we were
judged
going
you
to
for a
have
second
you,
over there.
இல்ல
Boys சொல்லக்கூடாது.
not at all
He did. அப்புறமா பேசலாம்.
யோகா ஃபார் அட்லீஸ்ட் எவ்வளவு வாட்டி கொடுத்திருக்கேன் உனக்கு
Yeah, அது வந்து ஏன்னா, yeah, but true, but okay.
okay,
Camera
according to
cut.
Anisha, yoga is invalid. Pickleball is
nothing
invalid.
don't trust her
Okay.
you trust me
She's like, unless and until you go to the gym, you're not a fit person. But I'm
Go to
ignoring you for
gymaholic.
now.
Gymaholic.
Yeah, she is. I'm
Primal.
ignoring you now. But I was so excited to have this conversation with you. And lucky for me, I have friends who are sports people and they are into the field. They are so much into fitness. And I have this really good friend. He's a professional cricket player. So I asked him, I was like, okay, this is who we're going to have on our episode. And is there something that you'd want to ask? Maybe help me, figure out questions. And he said, yeah, okay, I'm on a holiday. Let me get back to you. And I thought, okay, he's never going to get back to me. But then he got back to me with these 4 questions, which was so amazing because as I was reading it, I'm thinking, why didn't I think of something like this? Clearly, because I'm not a sports person. But he had a couple of questions, which I also want to ask you. So the first one is, when and what exactly made Virat Kohli hit that point of change physically and mentally? Because we have seen him give interviews about how him being in and out of the Indian team had intrigued him to bring out his best as a player. But you were in a closer spot to witness and also played a major role in his change as well. So can you tell us how his mindset was at that time and what routine did he follow? Because that would really help the upcoming young athletes and cricketers who are listening to us.
I think he's one of a kind. I mean, I think everyone is talented.
Right.
Talent is again overrated word. I think he decided to become the best in the business. Like I would put him in the same likes like LeBron James,
Wow.
Tiger Woods,
Yeah.
or Roger Federer, or Novak Djokovic, or Usain Bolt in the
Yeah.
same line. I don't think he would have loved to settle down to be the second best. Go for gold or go home.
Yeah.
I think that is his mentality. And I don't think he was happy just being the best in the country. I think he wanted to be the best in the world, probably the GOAT.
Yeah.
And I think that is on top of the platform. I think the flow chart flows down. And beneath that, you need to put so many other skills. One is your cricket practice, then fitness, your nutrition, your other things, your recovery. There's so many other things. There are so many other things you need to fill. And I think he was very, very, passionate towards reaching that goal. And it so happened that we had a decent chemistry between us. And he was a very good student. Only thing is, he's very curious about knowing things in a good way.
Yeah.
In a good way. Once he is fully aware of all the things which is required to accomplish as a great athlete, he decided to go berserk. And from there, I don't think he ever stopped. And to advise young cricketers, it's very, very simple. He did the boring stuff every day. Consistency.
Discipline.
I think he chose 2 vehicles on which he wanted to travel. One is the big vehicle called fitness. Another big vehicle was consistency. He can eat the same food. He can do the same thing on a daily basis. I think these two things are the most important things for all walks of life.
Right.
And I think he embraced it with both hands.
Right. Great. Thank you. So, Surya's next question was, how much of workload should an athlete take in his competitive era? Because less work is not productive and too much of work is strenuous over a point of time. But especially in cricket, in India, given that there's such cutthroat competition, don't you have to outwork everyone? At least isn't that the mindset? And how do you find that balance?
Definitely you need to work hard. But more than hard work, I think it's smart work. You need to know your body.
Right.
You need to know your body. Let's assume that you're capable of doing 100x. You can't strive to do 150x.
Right.
So you need to understand your body and work within the realities and realms of your body structure.
Yeah.
That is very, very important. And you can't straight away shoot for the sky. It has to be periodized over a period of time. And load monitoring is a key element in today's sports world. When I say load monitoring, the first thing for me is sleep-wake cycle. Next is the things you put in your mouth. Then comes your skill and training.
Right.
So, simple 4 things, and you need to do it consistently. Actually.
Right.
And you need to understand your body. Not everybody is going to be in a position to take too much load. I mean, you have to, you will quickly ascertain that. I mean, a good coach will be able to help you with that.
Right. Okay, great. So the third one, in terms of personal and professional life, where would you find the right line of balance? Because 90% of all our distractions, struggles, setbacks arise from our personal life, which is family, friends, prosperity, relationships, etc. So how does one in sports find the right balance of both the worlds? Adding to this, particularly in women, since their body clock works in the opposite direction of their career, how can they cope with it and make the best out of it?
Again, it's all about your desire, what you want badly. Like, for example, I mean, I've had a few Western friends who say, you guys are too much into your profession. You guys are workaholics. I think each society and each community is different. Like for me, I have to come to office every day and I'm not working.
Right. You're living.
I'm coming to a theater. I'm having an orchestra every day. I'm having a ball. And so for me, it's my passion, profession, all sort of intertwined. So it's easy for me. When it comes to balance, I think the most important thing is you need to have a second sort of a line of interest. It's very important to complement your primary interest.
Right.
It's very, very important. Otherwise, what happens, you get obsessed with the primary thing. And if it goes the other way, you're very negative.
Right.
And you should have the backing of your family.
Right.
And I think family above everything.
Non-negotiable.
Non-negotiable. And
Right.
I think family is your comfort zone.
Right.
And that comfort zone should be fostered properly.
Right. So
you can't take them for granted also.
Yeah. So you really need people who kind of understand how important this journey is.
You need to communicate with family.
Yeah.
And that's the only way they can support. If you don't communicate clearly and if you're going to take them for granted, then it's not going to have the right impact on you.
Great. All right. So this is the last one. Is there any pattern that you've noticed from a conditioning perspective in all the successful athletes?
Conditioning. Okay. I mean, one pattern I've noticed is the guys who do sports which is fast and furious. If they go on the slow, long cardio type of drills, I mean, invariably their performance becomes counterproductive.
Okay.
And it takes a while for them to get back to that point of comfort or optimum.
Right.
So they need to train right. So the too much of cardiovascular work for persons who are in anaerobic sport, they need to be mindful of that.
Okay. Amazing. So that's it. That's it for me. So thank you so much, Surya, for helping me frame these questions. Next, I'll see you in primal patterns and then on the screen when you play for IPL.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what we all are manifesting
all
for
the
him.
best. But then now the next topic that I want to dwell into mainly for our listeners, Basu sir, primal patterns, which is beyond cricket. Let's talk about the whole working mechanism of primal patterns and how, see, I know all the answers, but our listeners need to know some of them. Like a lot of people, like for instance, so one big thing which I found in primal patterns, like eye-opening for me, was how you guys put off surgery for a very long period of time, and in the most healthy and the strength training, it is very, very, like, it's not like, oh, put off surgery by like injecting, or no, it is not that. Because personally for me, my takeaway is my husband, and my mom. My mom came to Primal Patterns because one fine day she got out of the car and she couldn't walk. So she got chikungunya when we were in school, and she just override, and the system override punny. Then they had a uterus operation for her. Then her knees gave away. One day she gets out of the car and she says, I can't walk. My knees feel like they're resting on knives. So at that time, Durak told, Auntie, I'm going to take you to Primal Patterns to meet Basu sir. There's somebody called Navneet over there. He's going to help you figure it out. And not just my mom, even with Dore, you guys put off his spine surgery for the longest time. But although I would like to say he did not take it the healthy way, because he still did all these, active sports and adventure sports, went on jet ski, had a couple of more falls, and then it became inevitable for him. But you did do that strength training. For my mom, you put off that knee surgery by what? By 7 years.
Yeah.
You strength and conditioning played a huge part in that. And also, I know 2 coaches who are under you who have spine issues, but they are doing the strength and conditioning training. Be it Vihari or be it Sharon, and both of them, they are doing swimming, they are running, they are doing. The other day when I changed my timing for that one day, 3 o'clock, I'm seeing Vihari do pull-ups. I'm like, what the hell? And then he showed me his workout thing that you had made for him. Explain to our listeners how strength and conditioning comes into play. When surgery now, people immediately go to a doctor, or a steroid injection happens. It's very difficult for me to even understand that, because personally I've seen a 65 plus woman put away her knee surgery by 6 years, and then she got her knee replacement done, and she's still training right now. And
loves the gym.
She loves the gym. She's doing squatting, she's doing bench press, she's doing push-ups, she's doing everything, and she's doing the EFX, she's doing walking. This I'm talking about my mom. And then there is young adults who are putting away their spine surgery by just strength and conditioning. So explain to our listeners a little bit about how that works, Basu sir.
We need to understand these pockets here. One is we have the medical field, medical practitioners who diagnose that, okay, it's got this particular issue, the MRI says so, and you need to have a surgery or not.
Yeah.
We have a physiotherapist to put you on a rehab.
Yeah.
Okay, that is for X amount of time.
Yeah.
Then you have another pocket called strength and conditioning, or just fitness training, whatever you want to call it. I think people need to understand these 3 pockets very well. Either way, whether you have a spine issue or a knee issue or a ankle issue or a shoulder issue, the human body starts degenerating after a point of time.
Yeah.
We all know this.
Mm-hmm.
The point of no return actually arrives much earlier than what you think.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I think in today's world, I would say if you're 25 and you've never hit the gym, never played sport, it's better you wake up and start training.
Yeah.
Where do I crawl? Which
add
rock do I crawl under?
Add prehab, rehab, or whatever prophylactic exercises we call. Add that as part of your repertoire, and you need to have a program. You need not necessarily go to a gym, but you can consult a good professional, take a program, even twice or thrice a week. You can do it at your own comfortable space.
Yeah.
But this is very, very important. A lot of people don't understand this. If you start doing this later in your years, you can avoid surgeries, you can avoid so many other things, metabolic issues, metabolic conditions, so many things. Let's assume that you play a lot of sport and there's wear and tear and you have knee injury or a back injury. That can be again dealt with proper strength and conditioning. Again, it depends on, like I always use this famous quote of Paul Check. Like how we all look differently from the outside, we all function differently from the inside.
Yeah.
So one size does not fit all.
100%.
But one particular thing definitely fits everyone is exercise.
Yeah.
Whether you're injured or not, you need to start exercising. If you're a person who trains regularly and if you require a surgery, you can actually avoid it or sometimes put it away for a long period of time. But if you're never trained and you start vegetating, then you have an injury, you definitely need to restore the surgical table.
100%.
But in order to avoid that, it is better you wake up early. I think in today's world, we consume a lot of toxic garbage.
Yeah.
And we live in a fast-paced world. And blue screen is here to stay. You can't do anything about it. One thing you can do for yourself is you start training. When I say train, only gym at least start with a walk if you're not doing anything. If you're a person who's a coach potato, start with a walk. Can be 10 minutes.
For sure.
Start with 2 stretches, 2 minutes. you need to start somewhere.
Yeah.
It is like starting school.
Mm-hmm.
Sooner or later, you need to start school.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you will be an illiterate in this.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. The next one, Basu sir. So in primal, it's not just vando, lift panno, okay, pakatla irukkravan nammala oda adhigama pandran. That never happens. There is a tailored program for everyone.
Customization.
And you need to do a DEXA. You need to do your blood work. I take my, my blood work and my DEXA very regularly. We set goals. The importance of that in fitness.
I mean, you run a business now.
Yeah.
Every quarter, you know whether you're making money or not.
Yeah.
Same thing in gym business or fitness business. Every quarter, you need to know whether you're progressing or not.
Yeah.
I mean, I use this line all the time. Like some quarter, you may not make a profit, but Alice in Wonderland, how much you're running in the same place.
Yeah.
You may not improve all your quarters, but you definitely can't go the other way. Let's assume that you don't check yourself, you don't check your DEXA, you don't do your blood work, and you eat whatever you want and you sleep, and only thing you say is I train well.
Yeah.
And if your blood work or your DEXA doesn't support your argument, then it's a futile exercise.
Yeah.
For you to come out on the other side and say I came out victorious in this whole process, you need to have documentation.
Yeah, for sure.
You need to have records. Like you write an exam and you say, கவலைப்படாத எப்படியுமே நீ pass. You need to write an exam every now and then. I have seen a lot of my clients fret when they have to go for a DEXA. diet.
It never happens like that. Yeah.
I said, nothing will change.
Yeah.
60 நாள் நீ வந்து நீ எல்லாம் தப்பு பண்ணிட்டு சடனா வந்து நாளைக்கு 2 நாள் ஒழுங்கா சாப்பிட்டா nothing is going to change. So people have this mindset. My thing is, the head once in a while, check yourself, recheck. And let's assume that you train for a year.
Yeah.
After a year, you lost 4 kgs of muscle. You don't need to ask anyone. You're not in a good space.
100%.
Not only physically, mentally also. If you lose 4 kgs of muscle, it's like losing a hand.
Yeah.
And mentally, you cannot be in a good space.
That is because I lost 4 kgs of fat also, okay? Because I was giving her grief because I took my DEXA, Basu sir. 4 kgs of fat and 2 kgs of muscle. So that's what I remember him telling me. That's what he told me.
No, that's a good ratio.
Yeah.
But some people, what happens is they go on a sort of a starvation mode.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not talking about the intermittent keto. I'm not getting into that. That's
another day.
That's another day.
Yeah.
That's another day. We can talk till the cows come back home.
Yeah.
But it's very important not to lose muscle mass after age.
Yeah.
Especially for women. I mean, again, you must have seen men, they get away with a lot of things. Women, you need to take care of your body. You guys are like Mercedes Benz.
Yeah.
Men are like trucks, you can bloody bash them around. They still get away with a certain amount of shenanigans. But women, not so.
Right.
So unfortunate.
Yeah.
So unfortunate, but thank God, like I'm off that. I'm off that
shape. Yeah.
I won't even touch anything with oil or anything on it. I can't do it. I feel bad for myself sometimes because I can't enjoy the 4 p.m. budgie that Rave enjoys because I'm like, oh my God, it's so nauseating. But I'm happy. I have absolutely no complaints. I think
she's in a blissful place.
Just leave her. So I don't even want to. I think it also takes a different kind. I take pride in saying that I can refuse alcohol. I can be this person who doesn't like a night out. I personally think it's a flex. For me, it's a flex. I used to be this person who's like, oh my God, we partied. That was a decade and more ago. I can't even relate to that person. Yeah, it's a decade ago. I don't even I watch a late night movie only on a Friday, or nowadays it's Saturday because I train on a Saturday too. Or it's a Sunday afternoon because I think it's really a flex when I say...
Full nut job, huh?
Yeah, full on.
Thanks to you.
Imagine life for me, Basu sir. At home, I'm the exact opposite.
So you don't have a buddy in the night to watch movies?
No,
yeah,
not for snacking. There was a point of time when I used to go to her house. I'll open the pantry and there'd be nothing, only nuts. There'd be nothing.
Proper
no
nut job.
Yeah, exactly.
When now it's like, if she books a late night movie, it's like, 11 manikku mela padam book
panna. So you cursed me. You cursed me.
Sorry?
You cursed me in the Basu.
No, I haven't. I've been in awe because I feel like this has really helped her through everything. So I'm very happy for her.
Yeah, I think it's a flex. I never used to think that, but now I'm like, it is a flex to be on this level of discipline. That's because you, when 28 years old, he looks like...
You've done, For sure.
Like, I'm
You're
the person-
defying age. So
Yeah, he's the Benjamin Button.
yeah.
Like he's the
Yeah.
real Benjamin Button, really.
நான் அதை சொல்ல சொன்னேங்க.
No. அப்ப நான் எவ்வளவோ சொல்லிருக்கணும் பாசு sir. But yeah. But apart from this, Basu sir, like you said, you don't want to get into this whole keto or intermittent fasting or anything like that. But fitness for India, generally, Indian Solavan, fitness according to you, is you have broken barriers. You have broken so many fads, and there are living examples. Your coaches, me, and there are people, normal people who come and train with you. There's a gynecologist, an architect, people like my mom, and all of them. Like, what is your idea for fitness? The vision for fitness is, Basu sir?
Me versus me da. You don't need to compare yourself with anyone. Comparisons are odious.
Yeah.
Me versus me. நீ எங்க இருக்கியோ அங்க இருந்து கொஞ்சம் better, bigger version, better version, bigger version, better version. Because when I say I'm talking only muscles here.
Yeah.
I mean, if you add even 500 grams of muscle, it's only going to help you. Your force production is going to be better. Your muscles are going to feel good. Cosmetic also, you feel good.
Yeah.
And it's me versus me, and you don't need to compare yourself with anyone. And every person has got their own genetic makeup.
Yeah.
And நிறைய பேர் வந்து கேட்பாங்க, நான் வந்து அவனை மாதிரி அவ்வளோ ஸ்ட்ராங்கா இல்லைன்னு. அப்போ you should have chosen better parents.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't need to compare. கம்பேரே தேவையில்லை. நீ உனக்கு நான் இந்த பாயிண்ட்ல நான் பெட்டரா இருக்கேன். My better version 2.0, 3.0. You can move on like that, and it should be done with a lot of peace in your head. You've seen that movie Peaceful Warrior. You should not do it as a burden. அதை என்ஜாய் பண்ணணும் அந்த செஷனை. போயிட்டு எப்போ பார்த்தாலும் 30 minutes cardio, 30 minutes இதே routine. It should be interesting. It should be a challenge for yourself. And it is not one trick pony. I mean, it is very customized, and it is very unique. There is a program which is waiting for you, which is based on your sort of pluses and minuses, and that's the way it should be.
Yeah. And what about for people like, say, for instance, our director, our DOP, who are sitting across us right now filming us, okay? These people have like horrible timeline going for them in a day. Literally, he came and told me, நான் 6 மணிக்கு இப்போ காலையில வந்து தான் தூங்கினேன். But that's how their work is.
So ரொம்ப தெரிஞ்சுக்காதீங்க சார், இந்த ஷோ பார்க்காம இருக்கிறது.
Ignorance is bliss.
For anybody, like, be it our creative director, she will not eat anything, will not hit the gym, but want to stay fit now. Oh, she's like, when did I say I want to stay fit?
I think it's better we don't convert them. I don't want to baptize them with fire.
Right.
That's true. But then also, like, for a normal person,
it is like blasphemy for them, illa?
Yeah, 100%.
No,
like,
not really.
என்ன பேசுறா? Training, diet.
For me to say, okay, I'm going to sit in between the both of you all and do this.
No, but Ray will grow her microgreens and eat it, Basu. So she's that kind of person.
I really like.
Invariably, you will rub it.
Yeah.
Like I've noticed in my house also, I mean, a couple of my relatives also, invariably, there's changes.
I do 10K steps a day. After I finish any meal, I'll walk for 10 minutes. I'll walk around the dining table. எல்லாரும் என்ன திட்டுவாங்க.
And the slogan mari daily she stays so many things like it. I think it'll rub it.
And she'll have her proteins and everything. She has a microgreen. She'll make sure she eats something green, fresh, and like, not cooked or fried. And she'll have her 4 APM bhaji and also namblala mudiyadhu Basu sir. But yeah. Okay, but coming to philosophy and mentorship, Basu sir. What does being a mentor to you? What does that mean to you? Because you have these kids. Whether you say whether you're not attached to them or not, there are people who have gone to become strength and conditioning coach for IPL teams, for the Indian cricket team. You've impacted them. What does that mean to you? Because you are impacting young minds. Therinju pandringlo, theriyama pandringlo, I don't know about that. But everybody who leaves primal pattern leaves a better person or stays and grows over there to become like, one of the best physiotherapists in the state that I know, or anything like that. Because I have family friends who've had like, knee problem, flat foot, who come and their lives have become better because they met the physiotherapist, they're training in primal right now. What does that mean to you? Being a mentor.
I mean, நான் ரொம்ப யோசிச்சலாம் பண்ணல. What I'm trying to say is, I want to be useful every day. I want to be useful, and nothing like sharing whatever you have.
100%.
I mean, that sort of, I feel very gratified doing that one. And the shaping young minds, I just love it. And when I say, I mean, there's a saying, the coach has to become redundant. I teach them and I try to detach myself.
Yeah.
I mean, over a period of time, you also understand the detachment is a lot
Yeah.
more now. I mean, I have a lot of 20-year-olds.
Yeah.
So several batches now.
Yeah.
It's almost 20 batches now.
I myself have seen all of them.
I don't want to get into that emotional attachment
Yeah.
mode. Then it becomes very negative and sometimes it becomes heavy for you.
Yeah.
Now, then the officer and gentleman, next batch, next batch.
Yeah.
Attachment illam irukadu. There will be a little attachment here and there, but then not overtly attached.
Yeah.
My job is to make them a better person as long as they work with me and they're leaving, okay.
Yeah.
You've learned your craft. I'm sure you will do very well in life. I think that gives me a lot of peace, and my son and daughter also now are into the same field. I mean, what I do for them, I don't do anything less for others.
No way, Basu.
Nothing less.
So amazing.
That's amazing.
Email write panna, you read this book, do this exercise, read this research paper. It was the same thing.
Yeah.
I mean, there's everything is very transparent. There's no hidden agenda, nothing.
Yeah.
Whatever hidden agenda, if all these people are very good, if they become a super professional, the gym will also do well. I don't need to have any business plan.
Yeah.
I mean, I come from a very converse world where we know very well that there's no sales target.
Yeah.
There's no timing for the professional.
Never.
And we don't tell them anything. We don't patronize. We don't do backseat driving. But organically, they become better.
Yeah.
If they become better, the gym becomes better.
Yeah.
I also become better.
Yeah.
So
That's a very important thing, Basu sir. So fitness is actually a lifestyle. You can tell the difference between a normal 25-year-old outside and the people that are working under you, working for you, along with you. That's the right thing to do. Or your own kids. Arjun, like, he walks in one day and he's like, you have to be in that community. I said, hey, Arjun, no, like, I don't want to be in that community. All you people, athletes, the way you're training, you have to. And then he got me onto this new kind of an addiction. And I know how that guy, Kalala Varma, train Panama, then I see him at the tennis court. And then I hear you say, like, oh, in pickleball, you have changed an entire vision for fitness. Like I said, surgery, you push it. Like, I know it can be unavoidable for some people, but when my mom came, you literally pushed it for like 6 years at her age. It was a big deal. So I'm saying, like, I think you make people's life better, whether you know it or not. You've done it for me. And I don't even think I've ever come up to you and told you, Basu sir, you've been my mentor. You have to tell me this. No, you've been there in the right time.
But you've told everyone else.
Yeah. That's there. Because he has made my life better. To think about the person I was when I was 22, 23, and I am here. I am so proud of my growth. I'm so proud of my growth. I owe it to fitness. I also
been all said and done. Just enjoy her company. She's been our well-wisher and very genuine person.
Thank you.
I have to tell it in front of that is the only thing which is
it's on record right now.
person. And more than anything, same thing in the gym also. I mean, I look forward to go to the gym in the afternoon because I think there's one energy which we have created over a period of time. In the expectation, in the contract.
Yeah.
But I mean, my friend says, "This Hotel California, you can check in, but you can't check out." You're smart. Theater, library, the gym. Regular gym set. The movie partner stretch.
That's true.
I like to read some book, phone chess. So that place also, I mean, if you come there, you'll understand. It has to be a home away from home. So these kids come there, they will chess. I want them to have a good time. In the process, there are so many avenues and opportunities for you to become a better person. If you, 360 kathuko. Communication improve knowledge improve IQ improve general knowledge improve fitness patti இன்னைக்கு இல்லனா நாளைக்கு தெரியும் ஏனா next year தெரியும் இல்ல அதுக்கு அடுத்த வருஷம் ஆர்கானிக்கா இங்க அது நடந்தே ஆகும் because we are constantly we are set of nerds actually that will happen, that is a given, that is a constant. The variable is what are you going to learn otherwise. Are you becoming a better person? Are you better in connecting with people? Is your general knowledge getting better? Are you better in understanding latest trends? Are you better in technology? Are you better in reading? So, organically, all this happen in about 12 months to 24 months. And I think it's not a pattern.
Right.
Yeah.
And this just happens.
It's a nurturing
Year after
environment
year
that you're
it happens.
providing.
And I think we're doing something right. Today we're almost 50 employees.
100%.
So we started at 6 or 7.
Yeah.
So we're doing something right, thanks to
Yeah.
people like her, and we
Yeah.
have a huge following, and
Yeah.
times have been good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, Basu sir, I want to know who is Basu Shankar as a dad. I don't think you have ever been a dad. For me, from what I have seen, you've just been a friend, and as a husband, more than a husband, I think a partner. So how is the setup at home for you guys?
I'm
Let's-
married to Phoebe Buffet, Anurita. So, I mean, exactly, she's, if you've seen Friends, Phoebe
Yeah,
Buffet,
yeah.
exact அதே ஆள் தான்.
Wow.
Doubt கிடையாது. I don't think it's almost Phoebe Buffet. In fact,
Yeah.
இவளை பார்த்து தான் Phoebe Buffet character.
It's fine.
She's full of fun, and she's என்ன சொல்றது, my kids just I mean, அவ வந்து அந்த proper mom who gives all the love and care on the world to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also எனக்கு வந்து உட்டா வந்து வேர்ல்டே திருப்பி வச்சிருவாங்க. என்ன வேணா
Yeah.
பண்ணுவா,
How sweet.
என்ன வேணா பண்ணுவா. And friend,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and என்ன வேணா பண்ணலாம், என்ன வேணா, any I can tell her
Yeah.
anything, good, bad, ugly, whatever I
Yeah.
can tell her, and she's stood by me. நாங்க
That is so
ஒன்றும் இல்லாத போது ஆரம்பிச்சோம்,
Yeah.
இன்னைக்கு எல்லாம் இருக்கும்போதே கூட இருக்கோம்.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
will
yeah.
be.
So nice.
Yeah.
And ஒரு விஷயம் சொன்னா சிரிச்சிருவீங்க. I mean, we are just the 4 of us. We are very
Right.
comfortable with each other.
Yeah.
We all sleep in the same room.
That's so
Yeah, that's
cute.
so cute. That's so
Yeah.
amazing, Basu sir.
Hey, போங்கடா வயசாச்சுட்டா, வேற ரூமுக்கு போங்கடா அப்படின்னு போக மாட்டாங்க. And I think இதுல மெயின் வந்து இதுல இந்த ஃபெவிகாலே வந்து என் வைஃப் தான்.
Right.
She keeps that family together.
Together.
Yeah.
வந்து I can be lost in my own world.
Yeah.
Arjun can be lost in his world. My daughter with her sports can be. But எல்லாரையும் புடிச்சு வித்து நிறுத்தி வைக்கிறது
Yeah.
வந்து அனுரீட்டா தான்.
That's so
And I
cute.
think she is the actual.
And it's a love marriage.
ஆமா, பின்னாடி வீடு.
Yeah. Saying, அப்படிதான் அந்த love.
அது அது ஒரு எபிசோடே பண்ணலாம் அதுல.
Wow. I didn't know that. Yeah.
And she's a fulcrum. She's a
Okay.
fulcrum, and she keeps that emotional quotient going, and she's on hands-on 4 மணிக்கு எழுந்துருவா.
Right.
Wow.
And
Right.
she's a hands-on mom,
Yeah.
hands-on better half.
Right.
And பையனை வேற 1008 விஷயம் கேட்பான் அவன்.
Right.
And she loves doing all this. Apart from
Yeah.
that, we have pets at home.
Yeah.
We have birds
Cat.
at home.
Yeah.
Right.
She loves to take care of all of us. She is the
Right.
proper mother hen அது.
Yeah.
Cute. That's
So cute. Yeah.
cute.
Sounds like the dream.
Yeah. How your daughter and your son, Basu sir? How's
Huh?
that equation there between?
பையனா சமத்து பையன்.
Uh,
இன்ஃபேக்ட் ஐ டெல் him கொஞ்சம் ரவுடியா இருறான்னு சொல்லுவேன்.
yeah, that's so true, Basu sir. He's a darling.
அவன் வீட்டுல வந்து அறாத்து நான் தான். I am the அறாத்து குட்டி.
Right.
And all 3 of them try to discipline me.
Right.
I am getting schooled and disciplined by them.
Nice.
நான் கொஞ்சம் லூஸ் கேனன்.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
You gotta have that crazy. Every genius has that, Basu sir.
Hmm.
Every genius is a little bit of a crazy in them. And you
Sure.
are an absolute genius. So yeah, let's move on to our rapid
Rapid
fire
fire
round.
round. Our last
We-
segment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let
You
me
wanna
go with
take it? Yeah.
Yeah. What's the best fitness myth you've ever heard? One best fitness myth you've ever heard. ஆயிரம் இருக்கா?
அப்டாமினல் ட்ரைனிங் பண்ணா வந்து வயிறெல்லாம் காலி ஆயிடும். If that is
Ask
true, then pigs can fly.
One player who shocked you with their fitness.
I think Deepika Palikal,
Right.
Hmm.
the way she started and the way she transformed, நான்
Right.
எதிர்பார்க்கல.
Right.
I mean, she was not known for it initially.
Right.
Then she became a machine.
Right.
Mhm.
And in fact, some of the top cricketers in this country were inspired seeing her.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
So the
Interesting.
transformation was huge.
Right. Okay. Next one.
If you weren't in the field of fitness, strength and conditioning, what would you have been?
ஏதாவது டீச்சிங் லைன் இருந்து.
Oh, yeah.
ஏதாவது டீச்சிங் லைன் இருந்து.
Wow.
ஏன்னா ஐ லைக் டீச்சிங், மென்டரிங், அது ரொம்ப பிடிக்கும்.
Yeah,
So I think
yeah,
I would have
yeah.
done that.
Right.
Of course,
Right.
yes.
Or acting.
Ah,
என்
Bas-
வைஃப் இதை கேட்கும்போது நான் அடி
it would have been easier for you, Basu sir. Nobody knows who Anuman's dad is. You got to tell them.
the legendary Mr. Mahendranoட
Mahen.
பொண்ணு.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I always say that she is an extraordinary script writer herself.
Oh,
Then
yeah.
why did you not ever try to
I
be
have
an
told
actor?
those
You should have asked your
so
father-in-law.
many times I have told her this. I mean, ஒரு ஏதோ ஒன்று கண்டிப்பா என்னைக்கு ஒரு நாள் பண்ணுவா.
Have you ever tortured your father-in-law to like, you know?
நிறைய கேள்வி கேட்பேன் சினிமா இந்த gossip ஏதாவது சொல்லுங்க அவருடைய வெக்கப்படுவார் விடவே மாட்டார்.
Guilty pleasures of yours. Food.
I love
In food, I want to know.
pav bhaji.
Oh, nice.
Wow,
Okay.
nice,
Yeah.
Basu sir.
ஒரு ஆள் அந்த கங்கோத்ரி pav bhaji I'll die for it.
Yeah.
now இப்ப யோசிச்சு முன்னாடி இப்ப ரொம்ப நாலேஜ் வந்ததுனால
Yeah.
அது ஓகே அவ்வளோ pav bhaji சாப்பிட்டா I mean I'm not feeling great. I mean,
Right.
gluten I think is not agreeing to my body.
Right.
So that odd murku from Grand Sweets.
Nice. Yes, that's a really good one. One book or film that inspires you every time. One book and one film. Tell us.
Books is several.
Just have to pick one.
எனக்கு வந்து one book which when I was started it really sort of picked me up was Alchemist.
Okay.
Alchemist was
Yeah.
a
Paulo
great book.
Coelho's, yeah.
அந்த
Yeah.
book படிக்கும்போது தான் நினைச்சேன் I mean almost similar lines for us.
Yeah.
We also were chasing
Even I started with Paulo
chasing
Coelho.
Yeah.
and then finally இவ்வளவுதானான்னு
Yeah.
அதே மாதிரி all I mean if tomorrow comes எனக்கு ரொம்ப பிடிக்கும் Sid Michel very good book.
Yeah, that's
Cricket
not
book.
wow.
Jeffrey
Yeah,
Archer's 11th Commandment book he signed for us.
nice.
Okay.
That's a terrific book.
Film?
And The Alchemist, of course, when I was growing up, first book, wow,
Yeah.
it really inspired me.
Yeah.
And movies, several.
That's why I came up with this question.
Several movies. அதுல வந்து, if you want a visual treat, you should watch the movie called Once Upon a Time in Anatolia.
Oh,
It is a
yeah.
visual treat.
I love
Yeah.
that film.
And Babel, I just love Alejandra Inarritu. And Amoros Porus. These are all inglorious bastards.
Yeah, that's an amazing.
Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah.
These are all some things which I mean I can go on a loop and above all Pulp Fiction anything.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, 100%. That's my
And,
favorite movie.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
And there, I mean of course Cinema Paradise also.
Yeah.
That's another great movie. And Life is Beautiful.
Yeah.
I can go on.
All
and
of our
Yeah.
favorites.
Yeah.
on. On and on. Shawshank Redemption ஒரு 100 வாட்டி பார்த்திருப்பேன்.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. That's an amazing movie.
And
Really?
serial I still feel Game of Thrones is.
Yeah,
I'm
unbeatable.
watching it for the third time.
Oh, did you ever get to see House of Dragon?
Of course, yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you like that as much as did you
Of course.
like? Yeah.
But Game of Thrones is.
It's-
It's a separate. Yeah.
And
so
Breaking
much
Bad.
takeaway. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
three great serials for me is Game of Thrones, Breaking Bad, and The Wire.
The Wire.
The
Yeah, I
Wire.
never gotten around to watching
Wire.
that though.
இதெல்லாம் அந்த சீரியல் இல்ல phenomena.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
Nice. Your
That's-
favorite exercise that you love but everyone hates?
I love that everyone hates. I mean the suicides. I in the 3 3 2 2 1 1.
Yeah.
ஒரு மாதிரி ஒரு challenge. I don't like it, but every time I'll try to conquer it.
Yeah.
But now all you guys are doing it.
Yeah.
So I've stopped doing it. But the entire community is doing that suicide.
Yeah, that's I'm sure. So yes, here we are. We
Yeah.
wrapped up an amazing 1 hour.
Yeah.
Oh,
More than an hour.
more than an hour with
Don't know how we're gonna like edit this all because everything feels like
a takeaway.
Important
Yes.
to
It's
be put on the episode, but it's
Yeah.
been so enriching in this conversation. It's not just about fitness because initially I was thinking, okay, I'm going to be so fish out of water, you know, on this couch sitting between the both of y'all who are so into fitness, but I had the best time. I had a great
Yeah.
time.
But she looks the fittest.
Yeah. And comes on a born like this, Basu sir. What to do? 3 a.m. snacks from some new open deal in Swiggy. We'll order that and complain next day. That oil, my hat. But well, made like this. Like you said, no. Some people don't. They don't get to choose.
நம்ம எக்ஸசைஸ் பண்ணது பார்த்தா அவ ஃபிட் ஆயிடும்.
Yeah, exactly. So it has been like an amazing 1 hour of about not just fitness, about lifestyle, about
Life.
culture, how you become a great human being is, or how you look great or be great mentally is not just about what you ingest. It's also what you do physically and also ingest, like, you know, mentally.
Yeah.
The culture, the books. We literally had a rapid fire round with him and some of the
Yeah.
movies.
That
and
was my
books.
favorite segment.
Yeah, like, you know, you wouldn't have expected
yeah,
that, right?
Yeah. It was
I know that our whole gym
Yeah.
is like that, but then,
Yeah.
our core of, you know, who we are quintessentially as a human being has a lot more to do with fitness, our lifestyle and our discipline. And today, Basu sir joined us with this amazing 1 hour of educating us and enlightening us
Yeah.
about how it's all just one button that you need to switch on, which is me against me,
Me.
kind of a thing. Thank you so much, Basu sir, for being
safe
here
to
with
say, I
us.
feel
Pleasure.
like this has been a
Pleasure to be in the
holistic
midst of
conversation.
such classy,
Thank you, Basu sir.
pristine,
Thank you. It means a
personalities.
lot.
So kind. Thank you, Basu.
It's been a holistic
Yeah.
episode
Yeah.
for us. Thank you for joining us on another very enriching episode of
And
Two
thank
Peas
you
in a
for
Pod.
being here. Thank you for your time. Thank you for touching our lives. I know that it's left an impact on her. Now I'm soaking that in as well. So thank you so much.
Pleasure is
Yeah.
mine. Anything for Anusha.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Thank
Yay!
you. Thank you, Basu sir.
Super. Thank you.
Yes, Basu sir, thank you so much, Basu sir. It was an amazing